and he hasn't been backed in the last 24 hours. Floating Artist to great strength at the end of his win at Hillside, and then probably just ridden a little bit too cute in the Coonji. That's maybe waited a bit too long, but he does look like he'll stay. Starcaster can give you a side. He's very brave and he can run along at speed. The Secret Blaze ridden a bit colder. Certainly a hope. 10, 12, 9 and 5.
Ponders for you as well, Brass. $34 currently in the Melbourne Cup.
Okay, tough sort of stayer, and yeah, Gatus said it all. I'm actually with Gatus first four, just jumbling up the minors, but he does look well placed here after that first up run. Second pick, Floating Artist, might be sitting off the speed this time. I wouldn't underestimate him. Starcaster and Secret Blaze, who does boast a really good record at the track. 3 goes there for 2 wins.
So Ponders favourite, 280 into 220 now. Floating Artist is 350, out to 4, back into 380. Go to the support for Miami Bound, $18 overall into $11, who won this last year, beating Shared Ambition.
Yeah, and she came off a similarly, to the eye, a fair sort of run from memory as well. And the rainabout's the big tick for her. I'm convinced she's at her best when she gets a toe in the track.
Couple being backed at longer odds still. Good Idea is one of those, 31 into $21. That's the tab. Now we head to bookmakers. Pondus is $2.20 out to $2.25, just back into $2.20. Floating Artist is $4 into $3.80 as best back to beat it. And the rest are at double figure odds. Specking there for Secret Blaze, for Attorney, even for Sound at big odds, and Future Score, 31.41 back to $31. The Moonee Valley Cup won last year, as I touched on, by Miami Bound, who's been backed at odds to do it again, beating Shared Ambition and Ocean X. Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore combined with Hunting Horn the year before, who beat Mr. Quickie and Downdraft. Ventura Storm won it in 2018. Other winners include the Melbourne Cup hero, Prince of Penzance, a year before that Melbourne Cup win, and Americane a year after his Melbourne Cup win. Let's get trackside for the Moonee Valley Gold Cup.
And they're ready. Set to run. Racing. Future Score, Pondus. Good Idea is just going to drive up and get to 4th early, and also dispute 3rd now with Attorney and also Future Score, just lobbing behind those horses, the OTIs. Then came Floating Artist, who's deep and forcing on. Then Secret Blaze, Lunar Flare, Sound second last, and last year's winner Miami Bound at the end. So Good Idea led from Starcaster, Pondus and Floating Artist in the next line, and then Future Score. Further back, Secret Blaze, who sits on the outer of Attorney. Lunar Flare third last from Sound and Miami Bound. That's the order. Past the judge with a lap of the valley to go, and it's not overly fast. Good Idea for Craig Newitt by a neck. Second is Starcaster, who through its career hasn't settled in its races, but seems to be settling a little bit better, but did take the corner there like a bit of a crab. A length and a half away third was Floating Artist, and then Pondus the outside of Attorney, and then came Future Score. A length away then to Secret Blaze. Next the rails Lunar Flare, second last Sound, and at the end Miami Bound. No change on the Dean Street side at the 1400 metres, and it's the 7-year-old Good Idea. No speed in the cup by a length and a quarter. Second Starcaster, and then came Floating Artist, who's tucked in between horses outside of Attorney, and now Future Score for Yendel is getting going, whips up outside of the lead at the 1200 marker. So it's Good Idea and Future Score by a length and a quarter. Starcaster, then came Pondus, who travels well and truly off the rails from Floating Artist, and on the fence Attorney saving every inch of ground. 2.5 Secret Blaze, and then came Lunar Flare. Second last Sound, at the end Miami Bound. They run off the back, 800 metres to run. Good Idea by a length, Future Score. Starcaster now travels up. Attorney along the inside as the leaders just to have the inclination to slightly get off the fence. Attorney searching for runs. Floating Artists only 2 off. Then Secret Blaze, Lunar Flare, Sound and Miami Bound at the end of the field. Only 4 off the lead as they pack. So 500 to go. Future Score, Starcaster now joined by Pondus, who's about to let go. Attorney gets up underneath of them, followed by Sound, who's running on around the outside with Lunar Flare, Secret Blaze, and then Floating Artist up around the corner. It's Pondus at the 200 metres going for home from Sound, Lunar Flare, Secret Blaze, then Floating Artist. It's now Pondus grabbed by Lunar Flare, and Sound, the 9-year-old, on the outside of the 100. Lunar Flare from Sound. Lunar Flare, Floating Artist coming late. Lunar Flare. Lunar Flare beat Floating Artist, Sound and Pondus. Then Miami Bound. Next Future Score, Secret Blaze, Attorney, Starcaster, and after leading, Good Idea was a long last.
Lunar Flare wins under Michael D. Just from Floating Artist. Sound will